Hi, welcome to another video. So now drop the old school way and the time consuming way of backtesting our option strategy. In this world of technology, it is almost an impossible task to go ahead and first source all the data in Excel sheets, then go ahead and try to find out our option strategy first. Then trying to match the PNL itself is a very hectic process and a very lengthy process. Instead of that, we can go ahead and use Quantsap's option backtesting tool over here, wherein the tool will help us in backtesting any of our option strategy since the inception of options. So in this video, we are going to learn about how we can go ahead and backtest our option strategy in Quantsap's backtesting tool. So the very first thing the tool will ask us is the instrument in which we want to conduct a backtesting in. So let's say Nifty. Then start date, end date is self-explanatory. When we want to start our backtesting from, till what date we want to conduct a backtesting for. We can go ahead and select the data since inception of it. Then our next step is to give input about our strategy, like what is the type of strategy which we are going to go ahead and backtest. So first I'll click on add leg. The application will ask us quantity. So let's say I want to trade in 10 lots. So I will just multiply the quantity by 10. Okay. So I want to take a trade of 500 quantities every time. Then we need to give input about call or put option. So let's say call. So in call option, there are certain inputs which are needed to be given when we select strike over here. We can go ahead and buy or sell that option. So first let's understand the value input which are needed to be given if we select call. So if we select an at the money call option, we will type 0 over here. So let's take an example. If 18,000 is my at the money, okay, we will type 0 in this scenario for call option. If I want to go ahead with in the money option, which is n number of strike in the money, I will type minus as my input. So let's say if I'm going for 17,950 call, which is one strike in the money, I will type -1. If I'm going for 17,900 call, I will type -2, which is 2 strikes in the money call option from the ATM. Similarly, let's say if we want to give input about out of the money call, what would be my input? So for OTM, my input would be positive in call option. So let's say if I'm going one strike out of the money call, I will type +1. If I want to go 2 strikes out of the money call, I'll type +2. So 18,100 is far by 2 strikes from its at the money. So these are my inputs which are needed to be given in the strike selection. Then it depends upon how far I want to go in terms of strike selection. I can just keep on changing these figures. Let's say I want to go 3 strikes out of the money. Let's say if I want to go 18,150 call, I will type +3. Now let's discuss for the put side as well. Okay. So let's take an example for put option. So it would be vice versa totally. ATM will still remain the same. ATM will still be 0. If I'm going for at the money put option, I'll type 0 in the value. For out of the money put option, we will type -1, okay, or minus basically. For in the money put options, we will type positive, okay. So again the same example, let's say 18,000 is my ATM, okay, 18,000 P is my ATM, I will type 0. If we want to go ahead and select a strike price which is one strike out of the money put, let's say 17,950, we will still type -1, but these are for put options. If I want to go for 17,900 put, I will type -2. Similarly, for in the money put options, we will type 18,050, we will type +1. 18,100, we will type +2, and so deep again will go the strike prices. Okay, only the thing is the input which we give will still remain the same, only because of put option they will have vice versa moneyness. So because of that we need to change our inputs. Now why is this done? Because the strike range for Nifty and even for other strikes or other instrument, it will change, it will evolve over the period of time. Let's say 3 years down the line, Nifty's price was 10,000, 12,000. So at that time the strikes were different, but whatever the status is, my at the money will still remain the same, right? My at the money will still be the closest price to the spot. So according to that, if I want to create, let's say, bull call, I can directly give inputs about, let's say, at the money I want to buy, out of the money I want to sell, that way. So as I mentioned bull call, let's try to go ahead and backtest a bull call spread. So let's say I want to buy a call option every time which is 2 strike in the money. I will type -2, call option, quantity equal, okay, sell 2 strikes out of the money call option every time. Okay, so this is my basic bull call spread which I have created. Then there are 2 types of backtesting which we can conduct over here. First one is days to expiry, a normal backtesting wherein we can go ahead and give inputs about how many days prior the expiry day we took an entry and exit that way. And the other part is result based backtesting, which we will try to discuss ahead in this video. Then the expiry is self-explanatory, which expiry we took a trade in. Trade initiation is how many days before the expiry we took an entry. Let's say we took an entry 2 days before the expiry, we will type 2. Let's say expiry is on Thursday. 2 days before it is Tuesday, I will type 2. I want to take a trade on Wednesday, I will type +1, which is basically I am entering on Wednesday, 1 day before the expiry. 6 days before the expiry is Friday, so basically Thursday is the expiry, next Thursday is the expiry. I want to initiate the trade this Friday, I will type +6. Okay, so let's say I am entering the trade every time 6 days before the expiry, the very first day of the expiry, and exiting my trade on the expiry day, I'll type 0. 0 becomes my expiry day. Then in days to expiry while trade exit, the application is asking us how many days there are left to expiry when we are taking an exit. 0 expiry day, 1 becomes 1 day before the expiry. So let's keep it 0. I want to exit my trade on expiry. Then we can give input about the open interest parameter. Let's say I only want those results where the open interest on the selected strike was at least 1 lakh contracts, and volume, let's say even I want the volume on that strike to at least be up till 1 lakh contracts. So I can give input about that. Target profit and stop loss is basically the absolute PNL of target and our stop loss level. The absolute PNL which we are expecting at our target and stop loss. We can give input about that. It would be in absolute PNL, absolute rupees. Now, the data which we will get to see once we click on backtest, it is an end of the day data. So the prices which we will get to see once the results have been fetched, those would be my end of the day prices. Those are not intraday prices. So basically whatever the results, whatever the prices which we are seeing, those are what were the prices when I initiated the trade end of the day. So for an example, it would be on Friday, and what would be the prices on the expiry day, okay, which is end of the day again. So now once we have clicked on backtest, in next to no time the application has given us an input, wherein first we will get to see the cumulative PNL graph over here. Then we will get to see the strike rate of the strategy which we were been initiating. So it is 65%. We will get to see the net PNL we would have made if we would have consistently initiated this strategy according to the parameters which we gave up till the selected time frame. So we would have initiated the strategy for total 55 times, out of which 36 times the strategy would have given us a profit and 19 times the strategy would have given us a loss. Further we will get to see the additional information. What was our average winning PNL, what was our maximum winning, total win PNL, we will get to see the average loss, we will get to see the max loss, total loss and the other information. Also we will get to see the profit factor of this strategy as a whole, which is basically total win PNL divided by total loss PNL. So every minute thing about our report for the strategy which we backtest, we'll get to see that. Also we can toggle around with the tabular view. So we will directly get to see what date we made an entry, what date we took an exit, what was our individual legs PNL, what was our mark to market PNL for the strategy as a whole, for whenever we get a chance, or I will say got a chance to initiate the strategy. And the last thing is we can go ahead and export this strategy to our email, this backtesting results to our email, wherein a CSV or a PDF file would be exported to our email. So basically there would not be data, but there would be same thing but in a PDF format mailed on our mail address, the registered mail address. Now let's try to understand the other part of the backtesting. So let's say TCS, I want to go ahead and backtest, result based backtesting, add leg. So TCS call option, every time I want to sell and let's say 3 strikes out of the money call, sell, add leg. Okay. Put option, I also want to sell 3 strikes out of the money, put option every time. So now once we give input about our strategy, so we have created a triangle, we need to give input about days to / from result. Okay, how many days we are away from the result is something what we need to give inputs about. So again the thing is very simple, the result date will become 0, before result, okay, so BF, which is before result, will become minus, -2, -3. Okay, basically the days before the result I'll type minus. If I'm entering days after the result, okay, after the result I need to give inputs as positive. Okay, let's say I'm entering 1 day after the result, I'll type +1. 2 days after the result, I am typing +2. Okay, same will be applicable for exit as well. So let's take an example. We have created a triangle and I want to enter this triangle 1 day before the result every time, and I will exit this triangle 3 days after the result. If it is a holiday, okay, if the results are published on a holiday, when we should enter and exit is something what the application is asking us. So let's say after. You can keep whatever you want and just click on backtest. So these are the results from 2018 1st of November. How TCS's short triangle would have been performing if we took an entry, and the prices as I said would be end of the day. If we took an entry 1 day before the result and we exit our trade once the results are announced 3 days post it. So we can go ahead and see the same thing. We'll get to see the net PNL of our strategy, the cumulative PNL of our strategy, the strike rate, the profit factor, win count, max count, maximum loss, and all the things which we understood in the expiry day backtesting, the days to expiry backtesting. It is showing us the same thing, but it is considering the entry and exit according to the number of days left to the result. So that is how in next to no time, so it hardly took us probably couple of minutes to give inputs about our strategy and hit the backtest. And even if I want to do any changes, let's say if I want to check how much it would have, how the strategy would have behaved if I enter on the expiry day. So now that is how backtesting tool, it helps us actually in backtesting our strategy in next to no time. Now let's say if I want to check how this strategy would have performed if I enter 2 days earlier to the result and exit on the same day, which is 3 days post the result. So we will get to see that also. So directly my strike rate has been shifted to 100%. Now that doesn't tell you that next time also it is going to happen, but backtesting, as the name suggests, It shows us the historical data, it shows us the history, what has happened if this strategy we would have executed as per this conditions. So I would say that is how in next to no time we can go ahead and backtest our strategy. So now this strategy is giving us 100% return. That does not mean that next time we blindly go ahead and buy or sell TCS's short strangle 2 days before the result and exit 3 days after the result. As the strategy involves an unlimited risk, it is showing us that this is what the data is showing, this is what the backtesting results are showing. So if I would have wanted to do it manually on an Excel sheet or probably sourcing the prices and all, it would have took me ages, but just by changing a normal input, the application does the job for us in next to no time. So do check out option backtesting tool out here in Quantsapp and drop the old school way and the time consuming way of backtesting our option strategy. Thank you.